Welcome to online sessions of Heat Transfer and Fluid Lab. Experiment number 10. Determination of coefficient of discharge of the given orifice meter. The orifice meter is basically a flat circular plate in the path of the flow, which leads to loss in pressure downstream, and this loss in pressure is proportional to the flow rate, which could be related to the differential manometric head, which is shown here. The experimental setup for the orifice meter is as shown. It has got a collecting tank where the water has to be maintained at this brim of this tank to maintain a constant head. The water is made to flow across this tube, and here is a collecting tank. The dimensions of the collecting tank are 0.8 meter into 0.5 meter, where the water could be stored. And there is a piezometer connected to measure the rise in the water level to know the actual amount of water collected in so much of seconds. Across the flow, we have an orifice which is not seen here. So this is supposed to be inside this. The diameter inside is 38 mm for the flow, but at the orifice, the diameter is reduced to 20 mm. To measure the pressure drop across the orifice plate, we have connected two pressure tappings here. Both has to be switched on to know the differential pressures. Right now, the mercury is at the same level since there is no flow in the pipe. You can allow the water to flow through by opening up this valve. So you can you can open it by 2 revolutions initially to have a flow. Now the water in the collecting tank has to be maintained at a constant head by trying to open or close this valve. So if you now close this valve, the water height starts dropping. If you open this valve, the water height starts rising again. So therefore, you should adjust in such a way. Now you should adjust in such a way that the water height remains the same like this. So which means that the water flowing into this pipe is equal to the water going out of the pipe. Once the water level is maintained, since there is a flow across the tube, there is a differential pressure across the orifice meter, and the pressure tappings are connected to the manometer, and you can see that the pipe which is connected to the right hand side of the manometer has raised because there is a pressure drop across the orifice, and there is there is more pressure on the left hand side here, which is shown here. So it has gone down and it has come up, and the differential manometer head is noted in terms of mercury, which seems to be around 1.2 centimeter here, which has to be then converted into meters of water head. The amount of water collected in the tank could be seen through this water rising in the tube, and the water rising for 5 centimeters has to be taken from a stopwatch to know V actual. We can conduct several trials by opening up the valve by 6 revolutions, 8 revolutions and 10 revolutions, and the height in the manometer has to be converted into meters of water rate by multiplying it by 12.6 and dividing it by 100, and time taken for 5 centimeter rise or 10 centimeter rise accordingly could be used to find out Q theoretical by using the formula shown here, and Q actual by using the formula shown here, and coefficient of discharge is the ratio of Q actual to Q theoretical, which will be always less than 1. And in the case of orifice meters, so the theoretical discharge is more than theoretical discharge is always more than the Q actual, and coefficient of discharge for orifice meters are very less when compared to Venturi meters. It's in the range of 0.6 to 0.7. By calculating log of H and log of Q actual, graphs could be plotted to know the relation between these two values.